Everyone, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. Greg, I think now is when we really see the value of depth as teams prepare for the playoffs.
It always helps when you can spread out your minutes, prevent stars from being overworked, and diminish the risk of injury.
And now the New York Knicks starters. We've got Jalen Brunson. Josh Hart out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot.
Mikal Bridges cleared for takeoff.
Murray with it. Johnson outside. Back to Murray. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Brunson the pass to Hart. Brunson kicks to Towns. Hart with a screen on Murray. And Hart throws it down.
Way too easy for Hart. This is why the defense has to push him out of the paint.
Looking at Denver, they got their last win against the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's Murray. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Denver shooting their first free throw tonight.
On the floor, Murray is electrifying. I mean, he delivers relentless effort, and it keeps his whole squad energized and engaged.
Now, here's Anunoby. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Brunson, no good. And here's Denver. Well, Clark, we've all heard the stats on Nikola Jokic, but it doesn't tell the entire story, does it?
No, it doesn't tell the whole story, but it tells you a series of stories. I mean, I just love watching him play. I mean, this guy does it his own way at his own pace, and his skill level is off the charts. His shot making is remarkable. His unorthodox way of doing what he does is a treat for all spectators of the game. Well, I tell you what, Jamal Murray's so good at rocking his defender to sleep as he's setting up that pull-up jumper.
Here's Brunson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Jamal Murray. The Knicks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Count it. Good.
Do not be deceived by his height. Brunson is a physical player. You better believe it. Extremely strong.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks so much. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. Well, right away, Coach shared his thoughts on Jalen Brunson. He said, quote, he's going to get hot. That's just a fact. But the moment that happens, we hope to trap him, double him, and throw water on that fire. There you have it. Sounds like Coach is hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst when it comes to Brunson. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that.
I love the low simmer fire that Brunson plays with. He seems never to be out of control or over emotional. And when he goes inside, he's prepared to fight.
Now here's Gordon. Last game out, he had 14. Anunoby passes to Hart. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Offensively, that's where he's at his best. Hart is driving, he's thriving, putting his head down, going to the rack.
Johnson outside. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Gordon kicks to Johnson. Hart against Gordon. 6 to shoot. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Now a look at the stats for Jamal Murray.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
And a whole new lineup here for the Nuggets. The Knicks also changing it up. Malik Beasley comes in for OG Anunoby. And Miles McBride subbed in for Bridges.
Well, he won't miss many of those. Not when he gets a good look like that.
Brown outside. Pass to Valanciunas. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
And you can tell Brunson has been well coached. He knows just when to call for that pick and roll.
Watson surveying the D. With the drive. Pickett, no good. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
And the basket is good.
Beasley just outworked the defense there. I mean, was able to get into his shot and get it done inside.
Pass to Valanciunas. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter of the game to stop the drought. And another miss by Denver. The Knicks leading by 6. Hart outside. Back to McBride. Out to Brunson. From about 19 feet, Jalen Brunson has been on display for New York. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how the Knicks are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
On the court for the Knicks, we've got Mikal Bridges. He's out there with Miles McBride. Beasley is out there with Robinson. And it's Accordi in at the 4-man position. It's good.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Well, you know, Clark, anticipation is key in this NBA game. So often it seems the great ones can see a play ahead.
I don't think there's any question about it, Kevin. It's one of the things I look for in players. How do they see the floor? Do they make passes based on anticipation versus reaction? It's almost like somebody playing checkers and another guy playing chess. The very best players seem to be chess players.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Hardaway with a wide-open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Hardaway's got his first 3 points of the game.
Hardaway Jr. rises and fires with great confidence from there.
McBride passes to Robinson. And finished off by Robinson.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Jokic has checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And a switch here also for New York. Towns is checked in. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket for Murray.
And his most explosive. Murray is a wrecking ball. And the way he's going tonight, he might just knock this entire building down.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kev. Karl Anthony Towns is taking his rebounding to a new level in New York. He said, I didn't put all this muscle on for no reason. I'm going to keep playing physical, keep playing my game, and I'll keep demanding attention from every defense and then let the game play out. Back to you guys.
Playing physical for sure. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
We've seen Murray shoot it at over a 40% clip for a season. To me, I think that's a sign of a really good shooter.
Here's McBride. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You've got to trust in the system.
Now McBride. He averages about 5 points a game. Anunoby kicks to Towns. That shot, no good. Good defense by Jokic. Watson for three. It's rebounded by Anunoby. The Knicks with the lead. But there's no question Peyton Watson is a player on the rise.
Yeah, and I think his ceiling is pretty high. I mean, he's a high-effort guy, seems to be a high-character guy because he's always ready whenever his number is called, and he produces in short stints of playing time. And the versatility he brings defensively, major value added.
He gets it in there.
Using his size on the interior, Jokic extremely difficult to stop down there.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And the Nuggets with some changes. Gordon's checked in for Peyton Watson. Johnson comes in for Jamal Murray. And Christian Brown subbed in for Bruce Brown. The Knicks also changing it up. Robinson's checked in for Beasley. Clarkson comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Boy, how about the move there from Hardaway, showing off another aspect of his game with the ball.
For the New York Knicks. This time they met in New York.
Yeah, a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
It sure did, and they got a lot of scoring from their bench, and I think that really was the crucial difference.
Denver's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Hardaway from outside. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Brunson. Brunson being aggressive.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Clarkson against Jokic. Towns down low. Outside for Robinson. From deep, Brunson. Brunson for three. Likes the look and drains it.
When your mechanics are as strong as Brunson's, there's nothing to think about. Just shoot the ball.
Brunson against Hardaway. Pass to Jokic. Gordon with one around. No good on the three.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. And they're ranked 3rd in assists. You can see they have the talent and court vision, but also guys are really finishing.
And you brought up their ranking in blocks. They commit those big bodies down low, Greg, and don't let any shot go unchallenged inside.
And Brunson really is a leader both on and off the floor. His example, when he speaks words of truth and passion, and his will and drive to win is infectious.
And both free throws good for Brunson. The Nuggets trail by 4. Outside Hardaway. At the elbow. Jokic. Over Robinson. Jokic, no good.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Bucket is good.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they really started to get it closer to the basket.
Yeah, and that's a nice adjustment on their part. Even for the best three-point shooting teams, sometimes you got to do a little something different to get your offense going.
Pass to Brown. Here's Johnson. 5 on the clock. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Jokic. There's Jokic being aggressive inside.
He relishes his role in this offense, and he's a natural leader, too.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Knicks out front, up by 4. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena.
What a job they did from three-point land. I don't know if they can keep this up, though, Kenny.
Yeah, it's hard to hit threes at this pace for a whole.
Let's look now, and that is it for halftime, folks. It is.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half.
To the rim in this one, a lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up, be physical with him.
In at the guard spots, Murray and Brown. Johnson is in the front court alongside Gordon. And it's Jokic in its center. That's the group on the floor for Denver. The Knicks shoot has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point. Brunson finds Hart. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists now in this one. The Nuggets trail by 4. Now here's Murray. He's got 17. Off target with his 3.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Here's Brunson. A special move before the shot. And it's a 6-point Knicks lead.
When he's hot, Brunson is capital letter hot. There's just so many ways he can hurt you.
As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Take a look at the Nuggets. Right now, the 6th best record in the conference, looking to hold on to playoff position and finish the regular season strong.
Well, I think for Denver, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
Gordon with the screen for Johnson. And he banks in the layup.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defender.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And we'll take a look here at a very skilled bunch of point guards at the stripe. Look at the numbers they've put up over the last 10 games. 5th best, Jalen Brunson.
Well, if these guys can get to the line, there's not much question what the outcome's going to be. So it sort of prevents the D from being as aggressive as they'd like to be against them.
Yeah, because of their shooting ability, they get a little more space than the average point guard. Maybe they'll miss a shot from the floor, but if you send them to the line, those points are almost guaranteed.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Brunson against Murray.
Checking out the stats. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. First in assists. And he's in the top 5 in the league in steals. Those hands are like meat hooks. Not much gets by him.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. Trailing here by 8. Pass to Johnson. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. Over Towns. Misses off the left iron.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Here's Brunson. Brunson, hard finish inside.
Not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Brown. Now here's Gordon. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Clark, one of the better two-way wings in the NBA, Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, he's a versatile defender. Has really improved offensively recently, in my estimation. Was second in Defensive Player of the Year voting one time. And over time, like I said, I think he's really added to and rounded out his offensive game.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. It's important to focus on what matters. All-star and multiple champion Draymond Green said winning has taken a backseat nowadays with a lot of these kids. They care about all the wrong things. I hope they understand that this league is about winning games at the end of the day. Guys?
It's all about results. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you.
He's been an absolute non-factor. 0 factor this game. Just a horrible performance from him.
Murray kicks to Gordon. Johnson, wide open, he fires. And the second chance effort by Gordon.
Yeah, great hustle from Gordon using his patented vertical to sky up for the board.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. For the Knicks, Robinson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Malik Beasley comes in for Josh Hart. And Miles McBride subbed in for Anunoby. McBride finds Brunson. For three, Bridges trains it from beyond the arc. Bridges has got the lead up to 13 now for the Knicks.
With a man all over him, Bridges fires away. I tell you, that is confidence, folks.
Pass to Watson. Into the lane. And the shot goes in.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Brunson, and here's Beasley. New York moving the ball around. Brunson with it. Holmes covering. And the rejection by Holmes. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Hardaway. Out to the wing. Here's Valanciunas. Brunson covering. McBride bounce pass. Bridges misses.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
And here is Hardaway. The three. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's New York. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. Mitchell Robinson out there with Towns. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. A chance now to check out the Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Monday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for that game against Indiana, this is one where it will take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Clock up 2 there. Murray's got 21 in the game.
Murray doing whatever it takes to find the shot. Dynamic play from Jamal.
Pass to Robinson. Outside, Towns. No good with the triple.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
The shot's good.
Well, I tell you what, passes like that from Murray will keep his teammates working hard to get open because they know he'll find it.
About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. McBride passes to Towns. Towns is double. Anunoby has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. And the Knicks lead by 13.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
No question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
And so David Adelman calls the timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Jokic, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Hart, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
Thank you, Allie. Jokic with the bucket.
Savvy, size, length, strength, touch. Jokic a low down on the blocks.
Towns, the screen. McBride with the ball. Now defended by Jokic.
That's exactly what you want to see. Your big men playing big. Strong ball.
And stolen by Hart. Anunoby, good.
Boy, they tried tying up Anunoby, but he's so strong, he was able to fight through it.
The Nuggets trail by 15. Here's Murray. Good for the basket, number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Oh, sticks the putback.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And we got a timeout from David Adelman. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. A different look for Denver. Aaron Gordon is checking in for Peyton Watson. Johnson comes in for Hardaway. And Christian Brown subbed in for Brown. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for New York.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Stolen by Brown. Does not go in. New York leading by 11. Takes it inside. Bounds down low. Jokic defending. No good from 3. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. From deep. Can't get it.
Boy, and that is a bunch of rebounds for a player who's not the biggest guy out there.
Brunson, and stolen by Murray. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Gordon fires. Takes advantage. That J is good.
When Gordon is hitting this all the time, the defense will have to play up on him. Consistency is the key.
Towns outside. Thompson with it. Now defended by Jokic. Johnson rips down the board. The Nuggets trail by 9. Here is Gordon. 1:12 left in the 4th quarter. Now Murray. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. Just 5 on the clock. And he jams it in.
Really rock-solid decision-making from Murray, assessing the situation and then making the precise pass at the right time.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need. Good! Brunson gets through the contact.
Such an impressive feel for the game and with the ball in his hands. Brunson is so clever. He can outsmart a lot of defenders with his dribble move.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
It was the exact same kind of offensive showcase for him in their last game, too. When it happens this often, that's not a pattern. That's a characteristic.
Here's Jokic. It falls!
How about the big-time clutch basket from Jokic? No backup in him, despite the major pressure.
Bridges with the steal. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Boy, those were big free throws right there. It's exactly how you want to close out a game.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
What a finesse finish on the lay-in.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Gonna miss it. So it's New York picking up the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in.